how we're only on 55.
Are you ready? The Late Night Gaming Show!
Hello and welcome to CGNgames and the Late Night Gaming Show. We are back with episode 55. These 50s are really kicking our butts right now. We're struggling together. I've been ill for the last 2 weeks, so that's why we've not been around. I'm still not well now, but I thought all those people are going to be hanging, just waiting.
It's true.
Where is episode 55? Is it ever coming?
Have they given up on us?
Is Jesus going to come back before episode 55 happens?
I think he's going to come back before 60 to tell you what is going on.
So, episode 55 is here. I'm going to be excited once we get into the meat of it. I'm just dying a little bit right now. But that's okay.
It's okay.
That's okay. I also got nervous then thinking that the microphone was muted, but it's not. So we're all okay. So Jodie.
Timothy.
We're just going to get right into it.
Let's get right into it.
What are we going to get into, Jodie?
What have we been playing this week?
What have we been playing this week?
What you been playing this week?
Welcome back. It's time for what have we been playing this week. Jodie, I've not been playing a lot, but then in the last 3 days, I stepped up.
Good.
Stepped up, Jodie.
That's what we like to see. What we like to hear.
So I've played
What have you been playing, Tim?
Earthlock. Been playing Earthlock. If you've seen on the Nintendo Switch Daily channel, we had an unboxing, a marvelous unboxing. We also call it the jealousy unboxing because it's so beautiful. Everybody gets jealous, even if they have a copy of it. They're like, oh, I want more. But you're only allowed to buy one. They only let you buy one. But I've been enjoying that game. I purposely held off buying that game because I wanted it physically, and I thought they'll do it, and they've done it. So I've really been enjoying that. I started playing Team Sonic Racing last night, and in the future, Jodie,
Way in the future.
I will have played Assassin's Creed on the Switch as well. So I've got that ready to go. So it's been a busy time, but I've had a good time. What about you, Jodie? What have you been up to?
I've been playing Days Gone, and I got really upset with myself the other night because I thought I was coming towards the end of the game, and then I pressed down on the stick, and then it just went onto this like clouded bit of the map, and I just thought this game's nowhere near over.
You've not unlocked that bit.
So I finally got to that point, and I'm like not far into it, but I'm just like, this is going too far now. Like, I get to the point where the storyline's boring me.
Oh.
I just need to get it over with. But that's really all I've been playing this week.
Okay.
And last week.
Well, you see, Days Gone, right? It's happened to me where the dreaded problem where, because I hadn't played anything for about a week, I then got Earthlock. I played that for a little bit, and I was like, I'm going to jump on and play a bit of Days Gone. And I just jumped on it, and I couldn't be bothered. I just was not interested at all. And it's like, is it over now? Will I ever finish that game, Jodie? That's the question. It happened with Spider-Man. I've nearly finished the whole thing, and then I got onto something else, and it took me about half a year to actually just finish it off. But I did it. So there you go. But gaming related, but not a game. I also watched Detective Pikachu.
Oh.
Yesterday.
Okay.
What a marvellous movie. And now I'm about to spoil all of the bits. You ready, Jodie?
I'm ready to.
I'm not ready. But pro tip. You're supposed to get a pack of cards if you go and see it. You get a promo pack, and it comes with a special Pikachu card and another random card from the Detective Pikachu set. And we didn't get ours.
That's
because we didn't realise that was supposed to happen, and there was nobody on the desk, so we just walked straight into the movie. And then I found out later on that you're supposed to do that.
But
So-
that's been going on for like months. How did you
What
not
do you
know
mean?
that? Like, it's been going around for months that we get a card when we go watch the film.
Well, I'd heard a rumour a while back that was what was going to happen. But then I've just not bothered. I've been too focused on Endgame up to that point, Jodie. And then because Detective Pikachu came out the week after Endgame, which I thought was a strange time to bring it out, but whatever. Or is it a week after? Or is it a couple of weeks after?
Couple of weeks.
But then I just not thought about it, and then they came out, and I was like, oh my gosh, what have I done?
Card.
So I've gone Detective Pikachu crazy now, Jodie. I've got a bunch of packs of cards to open. I'm excited, but the movie card set's gone. So I either have to buy it off somebody else or I have to go and see the movie again.
It's probably cheap to go see
It is cheaper to go and see the movie. So there you go. So go see it. Send me in all your packs of cards, and I will keep them. Moving on. We're going to move into our next section, which is the news.
It's time for some news, yeah. It's time for some news.
Welcome back. It is time for the news, and as I have been doing all the time now, I have restricted myself to 4 news stories.
Well done, Tim. Well done.
Because Jodie gets bored towards
The second one.
well, I'm not restricting it to 1, Jodie.
No, of course not.
But when I've got 20, it gets difficult to focus on story 18.
Yeah.
So, number 1,
Number one.
Mario Kart Tour
Yes.
on the old phone there.
Yes.
So they have started the beta. You can only play it on Android, and it's only select people get to do it. But people have, very naughtily, leaked out some footage of it being played. They've talked about it a lot, which they're not supposed to do because it's closed beta. But it looks interesting.
Okay.
So you can play it in horizontal and do it with one hand, like you could with Super Mario Brothers Run. But the bit that everyone's talking about is how it's being monetized. So do you remember when Super Mario Run came out and I got very upset with people because people were moaning that it cost like £7 or something?
Yeah.
And I said, you've ruined it for life now. No one's going to bring out games that are just, you just pay the money and you're done. Well, what this entails now, we got gems. Gems are in Mario Kart now, Joey. So what happens is, you unlock characters and stuff by using like a gotcha style system. So, you know, like you put a pound in the machine and it pops out.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. So you use gems to basically get a random surprise. And also, you now have stamina. And once your stamina runs out, you've got to wait for it to then come back before you can carry on playing. That's what you've done to us people. The people who moaned. This is where we're at now because of that.
Yeah, I was one of those people that moaned.
You weren't.
I was. I didn't moan in front
I
of you.
feel betrayed. I didn't do it in front of you. Didn't dare do it in front of me. So, the thing is, you're going to end up paying a lot more money now.
Yeah, because you want to pay for gems.
So, you can obviously earn gems in-game, but it'll be really slow probably. And it's just sad. It's just sad that that's where we're at now. But, in terms of the actual gameplay, it's supposed to be okay. But there's something like 12 tracks that have been seen. But there's no online, which surprised me.
Okay.
So it's all single player with bots. So there's no online racing. So I've got to. Surely they're going to add this in later on. I can't imagine that they wouldn't put online races for that. Can you imagine Mario Kart 8 without races? Well, online races. Just be weird. So I'll be shocked if they don't do that. But do you think that this is a game you'll be playing, Jodie?
Maybe. Probably.
I will. 100%.
There's a high possibility.
How many gems are you going to buy?
I'm literally not going to buy any.
You know what they always get me with, right? I don't buy stuff like that. But you know how they get me?
How?
When you first start out, they always do like there's a special bundle that's for a limited time for like £2. And I always buy the starter bundle every time. Every time. Because usually it's the best deal. You usually get like a little character, a few gems, a few little things to keep you going. But I don't buy gems and stuff after that. Can't do it. Mobile gaming sucks.
I think the last thing I bought a starter pack for was...
Cooking craze.
No, it wasn't actually. That was a long time ago. Was Fallout Shelter.
Oh, okay. To be fair, I bought a few off that, but only when it goes on sale. When they do a sale.
Oh, yeah. But that was the last thing I actually bought on a game.
Oh, Fallout Shelter was so good. I need to get back on that.
I did. I got so far as well.
Moving on. So you might have heard about this a few weeks ago now, since we've been away. It's progressed since then. So there was this thing that came out that Sony and Microsoft were teaming up for streaming for their streaming service. So basically, Sony had come up with a deal with Microsoft for Sony to use like all their servers.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
saw the memes.
Yeah. So, but what's come out recently is that actually PlayStation, as in like the division of Sony that is PlayStation, they didn't even know that had happened. So Sony executives or whoever is high up just did it, and the actual PlayStation team didn't even know it had happened. So obviously, most people were thinking, "Oh, this is all about the gaming and all that and all this," but they didn't even know it was happening. It's kind of like, what does this mean now? What is this streaming thing for? And is PlayStation as a brand going to be forced to use it now because Sony's like,
yeah, they will.
Which is odd, isn't it? It's just strange.
I think it's good that Sony's done that. If I'm being honest, because I know that PlayStation wouldn't do that.
It depends what it's all going to be used for. Is it literally just, I don't know. What does this mean? Because the way I saw it first, I thought that it was like Microsoft and Sony were kind of joining forces because they were worried about the Google thing.
Probably.
So it was like, are they teaming up to basically be like, Google's going to take us both out if we don't join together and do a sick streaming service or something? But now it sounds like it's not that. It's more like the PlayStation Now thing, that streaming service you get. It's mainly PS3 games and stuff. Is it just basically for that? I'm like, that's kind of rubbish if that's what it is. But it doesn't matter because Xbox Game Pass is coming to the Switch, so it's fine. That's all that matters. Because who plays on a PlayStation anymore when you got a Switch?
I do. I actually don't play my Switch as much as I play on my PlayStation at the minute, and it's devastating. Literally.
I might need to mute the microphone again so I'm talking now. Yeah, I tried to play my PlayStation for a bit, Jodie. I tried my best, and I couldn't do it. I was like the whole time. It feels like I'm cheating on the Switch.
Yeah.
My Switch is just sat right there next to me, and it's like, why are you looking at the games console thing? Why are you looking at the games console? Why are you looking at it like that? Why are you playing those buttons like that, Tim? You shouldn't be doing that. So yeah, I can't do it. Moving on. There's a little game back, I think it was the 90s, back when I was a kid, called Time Splitters. Game near and dear to my heart. So many hours. My favourite thing about it is that there's like an octopus squiddy thing.
Okay.
And when you choose as a character, it goes, someone's pinched me winkles. It's one of the best things about the game, Jodie, when you play multiplayer. And there's also a fish head that goes, tonight you'll sleep with the fishes. There's just so many beautiful moments in that game. But it has been, I don't know what the word is. It's gone out my head now. It's like had a patent or a trademarked. Time Splitters 3 Future Perfect has been trademarked. Or whatever you want to call it. It's gone out my head right now. Copyrighted, blah, 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 blah. So it seems like the rumour going around, Jodie, is that the re-release of that game is going to be announced at this E3. If that happens, we don't even need to do the rest of E3. That's enough.
No,
that's me done.
That's done.
Done. Happy days.
All over with.
So I think they'll just put it on everything. Get it on the Switch. Oh. So many good times. Everyone's coming round for some Time Splitters fun. So good. But some people are apparently like, oh, we wanted Time Splitters 2, whatever. I actually want Time Splitters 3. I think it was story mode and stuff was the best on that.
I think they just need to remaster it for the Switch, of course, and then they bring out Time Story 2. I think that's
Time
what.
Splitters.
Whatever.
Yeah. Time Story. It's like Toy Story, but yeah.
For this number 2.
But yeah, I actually, I don't even think I want, like, just up-res it. And that's fine. I don't need them to like remake the game. I think I'll actually enjoy it more if it's the old graphics and stuff. So just up-res it.
See, these kids though, These
all
kids, you gotta bring it.
These stupid
Gotta
kids.
bring it up to date for the kids. That's the problem.
It's those same kids that are going to the Detective Pikachu movie, picking up the cards and then selling them on eBay to suckers like me for profit. Those flipping kids. All right, number four. So Call of Duty is in a bit of trouble right now. So what's happened is, usually each year a different one of their teams makes a Call of Duty game. So you have Infinity Ward that makes one year, so they're like Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Ghosts, Infinite Warfare. They've been a bit of trouble, whatever. Then you've got Treyarch that make Black Ops, and then you've got Sledgehammer, which actually try and do different things, which people don't seem to like them as much, but I actually like that they try new things. So they did like Advanced Warfare and World War II. But what's happened is, right, the main two people that started Sledgehammer have left now, and it sounds like that the development company's been having a bit of problems, and now Treyarch, who's now supposed to have 2 years to make their next game, are now making the next game. So now they've literally got a year and a bit to now. So they've come in and they basically took over the project, because apparently, so there's another company called Raven, and they help with each Call of Duty, so they don't make their own one, but they like assist on each one. Apparently them and Sledgehammer hate each other and they've been arguing all the time, so now Treyarch have had to come in to basically sort it out. So I reckon this year's Call of Duty will be pretty good, because it's had the full 3 years, and I think it's rumoured that the campaign's coming back and stuff. But because the next one now, which they think is Black Ops 5, because they can't be bothered to make anything new, because that's got such a short period of time to be made, I bet you that doesn't have any campaign in it now. Because they were actually making a campaign in that one. But how are they going to do that with 1.5 years left, Jodie?
I don't know. I just don't know why they don't just take the time. It'd be so much easier in life.
But they can't, can they? Because they've got to bring them out every year. That's why it was good before, because they had 3 years. And now they don't.
It's ridiculous.
You played Infinite Warfare, Jodie. You like playing the campaigns, don't you?
Yeah, the campaign was alright.
The campaign was really good.
It's that robot, I felt sorry for it.
Everybody feels bad about it. But yeah, the single player on that was amazing. It was the multiplayer that was awful. But...
Yeah. That's actually the only Call of Duty game I've ever played.
Is it? I thought you played more. Why did you just randomly play that one?
I don't know. I think I just picked it.
So if the next one that's coming out in November, presumably...
Has a robot in, yeah.
No, but if that has a single player, do you think you'll buy it?
Maybe. I think it depends on what mood I'm in by that point, but it's a possibility, yeah.
The rumour is that it's Modern Warfare 4, because Infinity Ward has done really poorly over the last 2 that they've made, so I think they're just going to go back and just ride off the nostalgia of Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
So, be interesting. They make really good campaigns, they just suck at multiplayer now. Which is crazy, because they basically invented that kind of multiplayer.
Yeah.
Or, popularised it, at least. But there you go. Call of Duty, what is happening? You know what will make me buy it, Jodie?
What?
If it comes out on Switch.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
If it doesn't come out on Switch, I actually probably won't buy it. And, you know what? Screw you, Mike. I said that I wouldn't buy Black Ops 3. Did I buy it?
No.
Oh, wait. I did.
But why did you buy it?
I can't remember.
Why?
I bought it to review it.
Yeah, but did you sell it?
I sold it 2
that's
days
alright
later.
then. You had to review
Mike
it.
was like, I told you. Yeah, I remember now, because we argued about it, because he was like, I told you you'd buy it. And I said, I didn't buy it. I bought it for the people.
Yeah.
For the people, and then I sold it immediately.
Yeah, I actually remember, yeah.
So
but you did
count.
sell it straight away.
It doesn't count.
Yeah.
I didn't lose money on it either, so it definitely doesn't count.
Yeah. So it's like you never bought it in the first place.
Exactly. So there you go. That is my confessions about Call of Duty. Which leads us nicely into our next section, which is what is out this week.
Can someone tell me what's out this week? Hey-oh.
Welcome back. It's time for what is out this week, everybody's favourite section. It's always my favourite section, because I love to hear how Jodie makes the incorrect decision on what game she buys.
I don't always make the incorrect
I'm always
decision. I
joking.
don't know what you're talking about.
So I have 6 games for you this week, Jodie.
Yes.
6 games. I'm not
Not
promising
15
that. I'm not
like
promising
that
that they're
we had
all
the other
amazing,
week.
but they could all be amazing. Only time will tell.
No,
So number 1, we've got Cricket 19.
We're not playing cricket.
And don't worry, it's on everything, so you can buy it on the Switch, so it does have potential to end up in my collection. Number 2, we've got Little Friends, Dogs and Cats. So that is like it's just a pet game. Pat the puppy, feed it,
I can live with that.
give it some water. They need to
Take
bring
it for a
Nintendogs
walk.
back. That was the
That
sick
was
game.
boss, that.
So good.
Nintendo
Take it for
on the
little walks,
Switch,
isn't it?
that'd be sick.
And it's like you could take off the Joy-Cons, and it's like you could pretend you were walking your dog with them.
Yeah, I could just imagine. What dogs
And then it's like,
and
with the HD rumble, it's like the dog could come up to you, and it could be licking your hand, and you could feel it in your hand. And it comes with an add-on that squirts water on your hand, so it's like it's actually licking you.
Alright, I've gone too far.
Next, number 3, I've put a PC game on it this time, Jodie. I think this is the first time ever. It could be. Somebody else will.
It could be the one that's picked today as well.
So this game is called Spellforce 3, right? Spellforce. Oh my gosh, when I was a kid, right? When you're a kid and you got no money, and you went to the shops, and there was always like one of those displays that turn. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
you pull them and they go around.
Yeah.
There was always just tons of these like dirt cheap PC games, and it always made by some random company. Not made by, but published by some random company you've never heard of. And this was one that I just randomly bought. Spellforce 2, I think it was. Or was it Spellforce 1? And I've got it on Steam now and everything. It's just so good. It's basically what you do is it's kind of like a dungeon crawler in the sense of like you walk from one place to the other and you kill enemies, whatever. But you get to basically you go to each. When you get to a certain area, you can like build loads of structures and then build up your units and everything, and then you then try and move further on. So it's like you build barracks, you build like up your defenses and all sorts. Like you'll get attacked, and then it's like you try and get a bit further, and then you move to another area and you build up again. It's so good, Jodie. So addictive, so good. Oh, it gets me so excited. But it's not best thing ever.
Okay.
Hasbro's best thing ever. So good. But I haven't actually looked at anything. I only found this just before the show started, and I was like, oh my gosh.
That's gotta go in.
There's a collector's edition, Jodie, that I will not be buying. Definitely won't be buying that. Number 4, we've got Fun Animal Park. You know it's going to be good because they put fun in the title twice.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what that is. It could be a petting zoo game. You could make up your own little zoo. Probably not, but it's probably like you just pet animals. I reckon.
I'd love to
something
like
that.
for an animal to escape. Could you imagine?
Oh, if that was the whole game, you just released animals upon people. So, number 5 is a game called For the King. It's out on Switch. It might be on other stuff as well. There is, if you go on Signature Edition Games, there is a Signature Edition version of this game if you'd like. I have some examples on this display that I can't be bothered showing you. But basically, it's just like a tactics game with a sort of cartoony look. So, just you attack that person, you attack that person. It looks all right. Looks good.
Okay.
Looks good. And then we have got Pixark, which is basically, you know, Ark the game, the one with the dinosaurs. And stuff like that.
yeah.
It's basically that. It is that, but basically a rip-off of Minecraft. So they've made their own version of Minecraft.
Why?
I don't know.
It's disgusting.
I don't
It's
know
not
what to
getting
say, Jordan.
chosen.
So, your choices are Cricket 19, Little Friends, Dogs and Cats, Spellforce 3, Fun Animal Park, For the King, and Pixark. It's like Pixar. Pixar. But not. It's naughty, that, innit? What are you going for? This is a tough one, innit? Because they're all terrible apart from Spellforce 3.
Right, pick this one, Joe.
What are we going for? Cricket 19,
No,
Little Friends, Dogs and Cats,
I don't know.
Fun Animal Park. I love how this is like the hardest decision you've ever had to make. It's like your life will be judged based on this decision.
I feel
You
like
will
it
be-
will. There's only one you can choose, Jordan.
What are we going for, Jodie?
For the king.
For the King. You know what? That's a respectable choice. It's a
I
respectable
thought it was a
choice.
safe choice.
So there you go. Our choice is For the King. Looks good. And like I said, there is a signature edition of the game. The reason why they're good is because you get a load of extra goodies, and it's only usually cost like a $5 more than the normal game.
There
so.
you go.
There
That's my
you
sort
go.
of game.
So now I'm going to move into our next section, which is Reviews of the Week.
Oh, it's time to get funky. With reviews of the week.
Welcome back. It is time for reviews of the week, and this week I'm going to be reviewing
What are we reviewing, Tim?
Team Sonic Racing.
Oh yeah.
So, this is strange because it's not your average kart racer. You'd expect an average kart racer, but no, there's a team aspect, Jodie. So I have played a reasonable amount of this game.
Okay.
You like Mario Kart, don't you?
I love a bit of Mario Kart.
So it'd be interesting. So this game is actually quite different to normal kart racing. So the team aspect literally is the entire game. So what happens is you're in teams of 3 and you compete as a team. So it's now no longer. So you could come first and still lose. As in, like, you could come first out of everybody, but your team did rubbish, so you lose. So it's all about team tactics. So what you can do is the person who's in front out of your team. So if we're like third, fourth, and fifth, the person who's in third, they leave behind it's kind of like a yellow trail. And if your teammate members drive on that trail, it's like they get a speed boost. It's kind of like, think about, like cycle racing, and they all like go right behind each other, and then they get a slingshot ahead like that. It's kind of like that. And like if I get hit by an item, so I get spun around or something, if one of my team members drive up right next to me when they go past, I get a speed boost off like that as well.
Nice.
You can share items. So like, let's say I'm in first place and I get a rocket that I can't do anything with. I can offer it to a team member. They can then use it if they're further back. So it's all like helping each other out. Best of buds. And it actually works really well. The thing I was worried about the most is, as a single player, like when I play on my own, how does that work? You know what I mean? If you don't have friends to do it with. And it actually works quite well.
Oh, okay.
It works quite well. And the more team things that you do, you have a little meter that builds up that is basically your super. So the more team things you do, like sharing items, going on people's trails and things like that, it builds up, and then you can like steamroll everybody once you get up. So it's pretty good. It's actually pretty good. It's interesting because it changes how you, because usually you're just trying to get in first, but you've got to think about your whole team. And it's weird how it changes the whole game, but it's really good. But then it does have its negatives where, like, I tried... So there's the story mode, which isn't really much of a story. It's more like a load of challenges, and it's really good. But I tried just doing regular Grand Prix, and it was kind of hit and miss, because sometimes we would just steamroll everybody, and then other times I would do great, but my 2 team members just came in last every time, and I just lost. And I was like... I felt like it wasn't my fault. I did good. It's like if I was playing with you, Jodie, and let me down, and then I lose as a result, I'd be really annoyed at you. But I can only be annoyed at the computer, which is the game. So it's difficult.
It's hard.
So it's like a good thing and a bad thing. And then there's online and everything where it's all team-based as well. I think you can do solo-based stuff if you want to. So if you bought the game, Jodie, we could team up.
Mate,
best of friends.
Sounds like a
and
bit.
take on the world.
But
it's really good. It's really good. There's loads of customization to the cars, kind of like in Mario Kart. You can change all the bits around. You can do that in this as well. So all the different carts can be changed around. But then you can also change all the colours. There's like loads of customization to it, and that's all unlocked through a gotcha style thing again. So you put coins in, and then you get a random item. But you can't buy extra currency of that. You earn it only, and you earn it really fast as well. So you're unlocking stuff all the time. My only negative is the last game that was in Sonic Racing was Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. So it had characters from loads of different Sega games, which was cool. But what they've done in this is they've removed all of them, and it's only Sonic characters now. But that means all the tracks are only Sonic tracks as well. So it's like, it's just not as diverse anymore. And the tracks they just feel very like, what's the word? Generic. You know what I mean? They don't feel special. Whereas like, in the last game, they had levels based on other games, and it felt like really cool. So I hope they add them in as like DLC characters and stuff later on. But they said that they removed them because it didn't make sense having them in it when it's a team game. And I was like, I don't think anybody was going to question why Sonic was in a team with another Sega character, because I don't think anybody cares. So that was my only disappointment. But then the other thing is they have multiple tracks that use the same theme. So like if you have like a jungle theme, you'll have 3 different tracks that are all on the same theme. So you actually don't even realise that you're on different tracks sometimes because they look the same. So that's a problem too. So, to sum up, Jodie, I think the thing I really like about it is that it's really different. Because if they just did another standard kart racing game, it's like, how do they compete with somebody like Mario Kart that's sold like over like what 15 million or something at this point? So it's good that it's different and it feels different and it's fun to play. I just wish that it was a bit more diverse. That's my only thing. But it feels great to play and stuff like that. So if you end up playing it, Jodie, we'll have a great time.
We'll see. I think it's a good enough game to get.
So it's good times. So overall, it gets an 8 out of 10 from me. I think it's really good. It just needs a few extra different characters, and it feels like a real step back because obviously Mario Kart brought in a load of characters that weren't Mario characters. You know what I mean? And they did it. I think Sonic did it first, so it feels like a step back to remove that. In terms of morality score, I mean, you're firing rockets at people, but no one gets hurt. In fact, your friends help you out. So it gets a 10 out of 10 from me on that side of things. So there you go, Jodie. That is Team Sonic Racing. A nice surprise. And hopefully next week we can talk about Assassin's Creed on the Switch, Jodie.
We'll see.
Your favourite property.
Yes, I do love a bit of Assassin's Creed.
So there you go. That is our review of Team Sonic Racing. We are now going to move into our final section, which is Topic of the Week.
Topic of the week.
So, Topic of the Week, Jodie.
He's not got one.
Welcome back. It is time for Topic of the Week, and this week, Jodie. So there was a bit of research that came out, of course.
Always research.
Look at me looking at research, Jodie.
I'm very proud.
Always researching, always trying to find out what's going on in the world. What's the new thing that gives you cancer? Is it tea? Is it licorice this week? Who knows? That's usually what.
Come up with what? Anyway, come on.
That's usually
researching.
What happens. Everything gives you cancer. That's the research. So, bit of research came out.
Yeah.
That apparently, which isn't that much of a shock, but the amount of screen time that people are doing with their phones and things like that has increased. So the average was 3 hours per day.
Right.
That's what people were doing the most, and apparently that's increased now. And the World Health Organization is now getting a bit worried.
Okay.
A bit worried, Jodie. So they say that kids that are 5 and up should only have an hour of screen time, which we know parents like iPads save parents' lives. They're just like, oh, they're crying, give them the iPad. So they're only supposed to have an hour, and apparently anybody who's under that is not supposed to have any screen time at all. Like, can you imagine a world where kids under 5 don't do screen time?
Mate, that's wrong.
So Jodie, my question to you, and this involves games as well, because you generally need a screen if you want to play on a game.
It's true.
How much time is too much? What would you say is an unhealthy amount of time? Like, even in terms of, like, we're not even talking about mentally, we're talking about, like, physically.
Your eyes.
And all sorts. How much do you think is an appropriate amount of time? And bear in mind, I do more than what you're going to say.
I do more than what I'm about to say. So, because I'd probably say, because you're only meant to have 2 to 4 hours on a computer before you're meant to rest and stuff, like for a couple of minutes or for half an hour or something like that. So I'm probably thinking if you're dedicated gamers, it should be about 4 hours max.
Okay.
But I know that we both do more than 4 hours of gaming.
And look how well we've come out.
I know. I mean, because it's a massive thing at the minute. You can get these, affects your eyes and stuff. Strain your eyes even more. But you can get glasses now that
I have them.
Yeah. I can't because of the...
I just put them on and I'm like, I can play forever.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm like. But literally, I can't do that because of mine, so can't do that. But anyway, so about 4 hours, I would say you should.
You could actually potentially get them on prescription, Jodie.
I have thought about that, so we'll see. We'll see.
But yeah, so you go 4 hours. Mm. I mean, I'd say we came out quite well. My beard has been neglected as a result of that, but apart from that. It's difficult. It's a difficult one. I think kids should definitely have less. Without a doubt, because their eyes are developing. It's harder when you're an adult because they're already as far as they're going to get. I'm trying to justify my own life choices while also advising other people. I think I think personally everybody's different, and that's not to say that I am different enough that I get to do unlimited amounts of time. But I think people have different tolerances. So I think there's certainly times where I've been like, my eyes have been hurting because I've been on something for so long, and I think it's not trying to push through that so you can carry on. I think there's just times you just need to take a break. But I think rather less so than the amount of time you do in one go. I think it's more about splitting it up. I think like the 3DS is a little bit annoying because it's like after you've been playing for about 45 minutes, it's like, maybe you should take a break. Like, it really does that. But I think maybe it's important just to at least every hour that you play, you have like a good half an hour break. And I know that's hard to do when you're in the middle of like saving the world for the 50th time. But I think that's the most important thing. It's taking regular breaks. Yeah. So, but I think 4 hours sounds good. 4 hours should be the max, even though I'd struggle to do that.
Yeah. I mean, as a kid, you don't sit still long enough anyway to look at a screen because you get bored of it. Like, especially when you're little, like little, not like 10, 15.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking like 0 to 6-year-olds. They get bored after about half an hour anyway, so they do other stuff. And I think like I'm one of these because it's mainly because of my eyesight that I'm like right next to it as well, so it probably makes it worse.
Yeah.
So like those kids are like right next to it. You really need to step back. Like really need to step back. But yeah.
So yeah, I think like there's obviously it damages you if you do it for too long, but I think like I know quite a while ago now, I actually remember where I was actually looking at the TV for so long, it's like I forgot I was in the real world, and it's like I think I looked to the right of the screen, and it like hurt to look away from the screen because you're just so on it. Yeah. So that was a worrying moment. Yeah. But yeah, I think obviously the worst thing you can do is like blacked out room and just sit in there for hours on end. So I think you're going for 4 hours, which I think is good, and then I think like split it up as well.
Yeah, 4 hours split up.
Split it up. Go and make a friend. Maybe meet a girl. Meet a boy. Start a family.
Get married.
Have some kids if you feel like it.
That's kind of what
get to 50. Go. Why did I have kids? They ruined my life. But then they have grandkids, and then for some reason you have grandkids. Everything's all right again for some reason, and you're like, oh,
you can hand them back. That's why.
I guess so. Yeah. Then have grandkids, grow old, die, go to heaven, Christian. And then
play Switch with Jesus.
So that's our life choices for you. I guess that's our advice.
Yeah. Any more advice for him while we're on the topic? Because I don't.
Nerds, our kryptonite, guys, is games. Sometimes, if you want to meet a nice lady, you want to meet a nice boy, you need to step away from the game sometimes. It's only on very rare occasions that you find somebody online. That's a dream. It only happened once. It only happened once in the newspaper. Don't listen to him. It's not the way you do it. And on that note, Jodie, we're going to leave it there.
I think that's the best option.
So this has been the Late Night Gaming Show. We've given you some dating advice. You should take it and let us know in the comments how it goes this week. We're just gonna have a load of people going, I asked a girl out and she said no, and now I'm devastated. I'm never gonna stop playing Spellforce 3.
I'm never leaving my room again. That's what it's gonna be.
I took a downward spiral and I just started playing Little Friends, Dogs and Cats, and now that's my fun. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you absolutely hated it, of course, give it a thumbs down. If you want to see loads more stuff like this, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell button.
Ding ding!
And you'll be notified of every new video going from me. Surprise me. Also, check out our second channel, Nintendo Switch Daily, where there's beautiful unboxings.
All the time.
And we're going to have videos up to do with Assassin's Creed, and I'm going to do a video on Team Sonic Racing as well. So all the stuff that I talked about, you can actually see it happening not in real life, on the screen. And then after you've done that, go and meet somebody. Start a family.